You can clap. Woo! Scouts! Hello there, everyone. So today I'm here with my good friend Sammy.
Hello.
Who's a British friend of mine.
Ooh,
Vlogs all the time.
British friend.
He's been on this channel before.
Have I? Doing what?
I stabbed you.
Oh, yeah.
A voodoo doll.
Oof.
Yeah.
Call
You
back.
stabbed me. Yeah, it was a very long time ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about some interesting differences between the scouting,
yeah.
BSA versus BSUK.
UK.
Is that a thing?
No idea.
So
No
scouting.
idea.
First of all, when did you start scouting as a kid?
Oh, like kind of young. I think there was like beavers and then cubs and then
Beavers?
scouts. Yeah, which I guess in America would maybe not be as popular of a name
No.
for a collection of small children.
No, we have Tiger Scouts, and then Cub Scouts, and then Boy Scouts.
Right.
So Tiger was when you're like kindergarten, like 5, 6.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I like crafts.
Yeah.
And then you get into like Cub Scouts, which is like wolf, bear, and weeblo.
What? Weeblo? That's, hang on. One of these things is not like that. What?
The weeblo, right? Is,
Stop saying weeblo.
that's what it is. It's
not
actually
okay.
spelled we blow.
What? That's the lamest. Like if you're getting assigned, you can be you can be like a wolf, you can be an
Bear.
eagle, or weeblo. That's like the worst name.
You're 1 year in the wolf, 1 year in the bear, and then you blow for 2 years.
Hang
year and second.
Hang on. 1 year in the bear, 1 year you blow. But like this sounds like
2
a
years.
coming out story in many ways.
We blow, which stands for We Be Loyal Scouts, because it's spelled We Be Low, but it's pronounced Woblo.
It sounds like we're in a cult. Like already, like it sounds like we're talking about this.
We
like,
Be
cult.
Loyal Scouts.
The leader would come, and we'd all praise unto him.
The leader came,
Yeah.
and then
I want to hear more about Weeblo.
that's it.
That's it?
That's all I
That's
remember
all I got.
about Weeblos.
Damn it.
Is that you eventually join the actual scouting group, which is at the age of 12 or 13.
My scout group was so casual compared to, I think, even like other UK ones, maybe.
Really?
Because I remember like, it was just like a bunch of young guys who used to run it. And like, you'd go to like, whenever there were like lots of scout groups that would meet up, there were
Yeah.
like jamborees.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff.
jamborees and stuff, yeah.
And like, you'd look at all the other like groups and they'd have like all these like badges to like symbolize achievements that they'd done. We'd have like none. Like we wouldn't have any on us. It's like, I feel like there's like this thing about like, oh, you need to know how to tie knots
Yeah.
and do stuff like, whew, we had none of that, which was interesting.
Did you, well, like for Cub Scouts when we were younger, we didn't really do much of that. We did fun. So
Right.
did you ever do Pinewood Derby?
No.
You get like a rectangular block of wood,
Okay.
and then you have to, with parent supervision,
Okay.
carve it into a race car.
Whoa.
And you get wheels, and then all the whole pack together races Pinewood Derby cars, and then the person that built the most aerodynamic car wins at the end a gold trophy.
Wow.
I remember I got last place, and my car broke a wheel, and I screamed and cried.
Oh.
And my mom still has a picture of me holding my participation award with tears in my eyes because I didn't want to smile.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay now?
No, I still
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would as well.
What about rain gutter regatta?
You're saying words that I just don't
It's
know.
a rain gutter regatta where you build a ship, a little boat,
Right.
and you have to blow
Right.
it. We blow, as the Weeblos. So
Keep going back there.
we had to build like a little sailboat that we put in a rain gutter, and we'd
Uh-huh.
go, and you had to blow it across the rain gutter.
If anything, I feel like I've missed out now. The coolest thing I remember was we used to do something called cardboard caving, which is where, for God knows what reason, there'd be loads of like cardboard boxes, and they just give us like an obscene amount of duct tape, and we made like these like tunnels and stuff.
That sounds cool.
It was pretty cool. And then you could just like crawl around them, and then we'd like camp out in them like one night. Like it would be
I like
indoors.
that.
I thought that was pretty fun. Like as
I
a-
wanna do that now.
And I think because I was a kid, I was so much smaller. I remember it being like
Huge. Yeah.
huge. Like I remember it being like a city worth of stuff. And like to be fair, it must have been pretty big because
Yeah.
it took up like most of the hut, like the hall.
Yeah.
But I remember it being like stupidly big. Like I remember everyone having almost like their own room sort of thing. So that was pretty fun.
After you graduate into Scouts, you go from like Scout, Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star, Life, and then Eagle Scout.
Whoa.
And only 2% of Scouts, I believe, ever get to the rank of Eagle Scout. So it's very esteemed.
This is news to me. I never did this. I've missed out on
the first 3 ranks of the BSA. I know you basically have to do all life stuff, such as knots and health, first aid, and wilderness survival, and all of that fun stuff. And then for the last 3, it's all about leadership. So leading scouts to a project, being the patrol leader of the whole troop, and planning meetings.
Right.
And so that's why when you do get to like Eagle Scout and planning your whole Eagle project, I like cleaned up a cemetery and built a sign.
What? You cleaned a cemetery?
Well, it was a very famous cemetery that had like Jonas Cattell, who's like a famous Revolutionary War hero.
You didn't clear them out, like you just you didn't like
digging them up, clean them bones. No.
Cemetery.
It was like a cemetery that was on the side of the road that no one knew about. And so it was a famous Revolutionary War hero in there, so I wasn't able to do any work. I could only plan and tell people what to do as a leader. And so I had to get all the scouts involved in, for instance, cleaning up the area, landscaping it, and then building a fence and building a sign that told people that this is where this guy was. Yeah. And then that had to be approved by the mayor of the town as well. And then that was done, and then supposedly I can get any job I want as an Eagle Scout. In the US. In the UK, everyone laughs at me.
We just kind of played football. The biggest thing I did, right, was it was connected to the Scouts, but there's a thing in the UK called 10 Tours, right?
10 Tours.
10 Tours. And it's on Dartmoor. It happens once a year.
What's Dartmoor?
A huge sort of nature reserve.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't have a lot of, like, paths and stuff like that. Like, it's very, like, wildernessy. And there's like 10 Tours is like this huge walk that you do that's like, so there's 3 different ones. There's like bronze, silver, and gold, and I think it's like 35, 45, and 55 miles in 2 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's run by the military, and you have like these huge like heavy bags, and you have to like go out into the wilderness and like walk that distance. So like that was the most like outdoory thing I did, and that was like I loved that. I was like, I used to get into my. No, I did. I think the highest I ever did was 45 miles in 2 days, which is
walking?
Pretty good going. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. In like marshland, but like there was literally a girl who died doing it.
Really?
Yeah, it was the year before I did it, and this is pretty dark. She drowned. She drowned in a river. Because you're meant to unclip your bag when you cross the river.
Yeah, just in case.
Because you wade across the water, and if you trip, you can just slip out of your bag. She didn't do it because her hands were so numb and cold, I believe. I think that's why. And so, she like fell and... Scouts.
So interesting thing you just noted, though, is there was a girl in your Scouts.
Well, there we go, yeah.
We have the Boy Scouts of America, very different from Girl Scouts.
So... Ours was mix, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Girls are not allowed in the Boy Scouts. They have the Girl Scouts, which are very different. I don't know much about them except they're called like brownies, and then you can get gold.
Yeah.
They sell cookies, we sell popcorn.
Right, that's the key difference. We're just a more forward-thinking people, Evan. That's
Boy Scouts were violently against homosexuals until like just really recently.
You had to pledge allegiance to both God and the Queen.
Oh, really?
Neither of which are things I'm like particularly like believing of. So like as an atheist, like and as someone who's not totally into the monarchy, I think back now and I'm like, that was weird. Actually, I mean, now I think
it's
about
because it's military funded, I believe. Because I know the U.S. one is very military funded.
Oh, really? Okay.
To the fact that if you get to Eagle Scout, when you join the military, you're 2 ranks above everyone else, without doing anything, because you already have a lot of leadership training and you're very loyal. Every day you have to do the Pledge of Allegiance, you have to do the Scout Law, Scout Oath, on my honor.
I promise to do my best to do my duty to God and my country. And the Queen, that's why ours is different, to help other people
at all times.
The Scout Law.
Okay. Ours was on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, and to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Oh, you had... Sorry, time out. To keep yourself straight?
Morally straight.
Hang on. That's still...
Yeah.
But did it mean morally... Did it mean like...
It just meant like...
straight-laced sort of like...
It meant help old people across the street.
I guess.
Do the right thing is what morally straight meant. But also our Scout Law was a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Because you actually had to be religious. I remember, you literally could not get to Eagle Scout unless you were religious in some way. You couldn't be any religion. You could be Buddhist, you could be Christian, you could be Jewish. As long as you were religious in some way, you couldn't be atheist. I think they've changed it a bit now, but I remember that.
I don't know, maybe not though, because you did have to pledge allegiance to God. And I do remember there being like a religious element. When you're a kid, I think you're just like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, let's just
like,
do it.
Yeah, like
I love God and country.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and then you think about it now, and you're like, oh god, like
man.
I was made to do a lot of that. stuff.
Every
It's kind of
day, I
weird.
pledged allegiance to a flag.
Yeah, Scouts in some ways is really cool, and I think it's like a good like I
Making
think it's
friends,
like
right?
making friends. It's a positive thing. It's like trying to put good stuff out there
And camping is fun.
and camping. But then I think it's like very like outdoorsy fun. But then part of me now is like, ooh, there was a bit of a like religious sort of like military-esque agenda to it.
So, like, I remember a lot of the coolest stuff I did in Scouts was collecting all the merit badges I could.
Okay.
And there's some that you had to get, like wilderness survival, first aid, swimming. You have to be able to do those to get to Eagle.
Right.
And then there's the fun ones, like landscape architecture.
Right.
Or rifling or archery. So
Wow.
I had to shoot many different rifles for Scouts to get a certain merit badge. So I'm wondering,
Cool.
you guys didn't have to do any of that, obviously,
No.
'cause the UK.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
get the gun badge.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. No, we didn't really do a lot of like. I think other Scouts groups did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think mine is very representative of like what most of the UK
Yeah.
was like. But like ours would be like we do swimming and then we do it a set number of times and they'd be like, yeah, here's a badge, you can swim. The only thing that I think we did have that was not dissimilar to what
Mm-hmm.
you're describing is the Duke of Edinburgh Award.
We don't have that. I've heard about that a
Right,
lot
right.
from the UK, and I was like, oh, I'm a scout, and they're like, oh, like Duke of Edinburgh, and I'm like, no.
It's kind of different. So like you had to do like a walk in the countryside, like it was
Oh,
hiking.
long hike, yeah.
But it was like a 2-day hike with 1 night of camping. Across 2 days, it was like 16 miles. Now, bearing in mind, 10 tours was my physical activity,
Yeah.
where I was doing 45 miles in 2 days.
Yeah.
And that was like on Dartmoor, where you're just walking like
On marsh, yeah.
in nothing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no real like set paths. This was like walking on like a country path. But I did that with school, not with Scouts, interestingly.
School?
Yeah, my school was just like, we're running a Duke of Edinburgh. And like, it was actually really popular. Like, I remember like most of the kids did it, I think. So yeah, it was good fun.
And
it was
you're not from Scotland, you're from Bristol.
Scotland. That's a city in a...
Well, Edinburgh, so I thought maybe it's
Duke
just
of Edinburgh.
Scottish people.
No, that's just the name of it. Duke of
Okay.
Edinburgh is actually a person, I believe.
We mostly had the scouting thing that we went through, and then you can do like extra stuff, like Venture Scouts is after Scouts. It's more like climbing and hiking, and
Okay.
when you graduate, because you're done Scouts at 18. Once you turn 18,
Okay.
you're the rank you are for the
Okay.
rest of your life.
Whoa.
Yeah, so if you didn't get Eagle, that's it. You can't. Like, you have to do it by then. And then you can join Venture Scouts if you want to keep doing more stuff.
Right.
But there's also this secret club called the Order of the Arrow, which is in Scouting. And
Oh,
you don't
snap.
know about it unless you're inducted or invited in by another
Oh.
member.
Are you allowing the secret to leak?
The secret of the Order
Mate,
of the
they're
Arrow,
gonna come and kill you.
because we're from America, and a lot of Scouting was influenced by Native Americans.
Okay.
At one point, the head leader of the Order of the Arrow goes around this campfire wearing a huge Native American
Oh, wow.
headdress.
Wow.
And every one of the members also has some type of Native American headdress, and there's like ceremonies that go around for inducting new members. You have to do a lot of different activities just to like increase in rank. And it's basically just a group within a group. And the
Okay.
secret handshake was literally just a handshake where you put the pinky in between.
Are you allowed to tell us
Here we go.
this?
Look at this. There it is. It's just weird. Why would... Whereas the scout handshake was just the left hand. It's just shaking with the left hand.
Are you allowed to let this leak?
Oh man, there it
I'm
goes.
scared they're going to come for you.
They're gonna...
For
It's kind of like the
abilities.
honor society. Like,
Okay.
that's how it felt.
Okay.
You had to be, like I said, invited in, and
Right.
you had to do extra stuff on top of it just to increase in rank. But I never really liked it or understood the Order of the Arrow because I just never knew more about it. It was confusing to me.
You've made like British scouting feel so boring in comparison. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe there is. Do you know what? Maybe there's a secret organization we have as well, but I'm not like in deep enough.
You
to
know, you founded scouting.
Me personally, yeah.
You did.
I took
Sammy
out
Paul.
a load of boys to the island. Brownsea Island.
Baden Powell, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
But you liked scouting though.
I had
was-
a lot of fun with it.
I
a
had
lot of
fun.
with it. I think I.
Did you get bullied?
No, like
I was bullied a lot.
Oh, really? In Scouts?
A lot. That's where most of my bullying came from, was
Scouts
scouts making
are
fun of me.
generally the people who get bullied. So you were bullied by the people who were bullied. You're like the lowest on the food chain. Is
I
what it
was.
is. Right.
I was very low on the food chain. They used to
really
call me
sad.
funny face.
Like normally you go to scouting to avoid the bullying. Like that's really upsetting.
Yeah, when you're young, you just get bullied incessantly.
Was it because your car lost the race? Was that why? Was that?
I just was really silly.
Okay.
And so I was immature. So I got bullied. And then when I get older, then I became the bully.
Oh, we can all learn something from this story.
Stop bullying. Did you know that I actually got a signed letter from President Barack Obama for completing my Eagle Scout? Yep.
Did he sign it?
Yep,
You
it is
could
signed.
sell that.
It says,
You could
good
sell that
job.
for a bit of ched.
It's like that Tarantino movie, Letter from Lincoln. I've got
Right,
the letter from
right.
Obama, but I actually have it.
Very nice reference.
I also saw George W. Bush at the Jamboree with 40,000
You
scouts.
said you sold him.
I sold him.
I sold George Bush.
Sold him out, told him the secret. 9/11.
Yeah, damn it.
No. I saw him amongst 40,000 scouts. He came to like our Jamboree and was like,
Wow.
hey guys, welcome to the National Scout Jamboree.
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls is the guy that drinks his own piss.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Has become like the new head of scouting or something.
I mean, I'd like to be.
Which is kind of
under
cool
him,
because
yeah.
he's all about like outdoor survival.
We went to Valley Forge and we ended up camping in like deep snow in tents. It was intense.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
What? It sounds really psychotic, but it was almost a bit of a drug. Like it would like.
It's adrenaline. It's fun.
Yeah, you'd kind of hate specifically 10 tours. You'd hate it the whole time, and you'd be like, I'm never doing this again. I hate.
And then when
this
you're done, you're
so
like,
much. As soon
I
as you
did
cross
it.
the line, you're like,
Yeah.
fucking bring it.
I feel the
again.
same way
I
about a
wanna
lot
do
of
it
trips.
again. Yeah, like
The most I ever hiked was 25 miles
okay,
on a bike.
okay.
Well, that was for bicycling.
Right.
However, for actual hiking, the most we did was like maybe 10 miles.
Yeah, it was a bit of a drug. It was one of those things you'd finish and be like, this is amazing, but like during the entire thing,
You
a
hate
bit like
it.
a marathon, I guess. You're just like.
I think it's like university as well, though, where you're
Okay,
like, oh, this is so
okay.
difficult, this is so difficult. And then when you finish,
Right.
you're like, man, I have a degree.
Yeah. I did a drama degree, so I can't empathise with that feeling. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would you have rather had the US experience or the UK experience?
I'm put off by this gun thing.
You
a
just
little
get to
bit.
fire guns at targets.
I guess it's not a requirement. I'm gonna say that this Arrow organization shit sounds fucking cool. So maybe I missed out. Maybe
Yeah.
if I do it again, maybe I'd try and get into this cult that you've told us about. This cultural appropriation cult.
I thought it was cool. I honestly feel like I would have liked to have some of the 10 tours Duke of Edinburgh experience. Because like you said, it's hardcore and it's hard, but then when you're done, you're like, I did that. It feels like an accomplishment.
yeah.
Eagle Scout was a huge accomplishment, but I want even more than that. So I kind of want a combination of those.
Right.
So yeah, tell us what you think below, whether you would have liked US, UK, or if you had a different experience wherever you're from. Anyway,
Please bully us in the comments.
Bully us in the
Tell
comments.
us that we're nerds and dweebs and that we should go home.
and if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and check out Sammy's channel.
Ooh.
He made a cool film. It was pretty good. So be sure to check that out and subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. New British vs. American videos probably soon. If you have any more recommendations, leave them in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. Oh, I'm done.
I'll do that as well.